Okay, in this video we're looking at a potentially useful thing to do with Python and getting information from a web page. I'm going to run it. Useful get. And that tells me that the current time is 9:20. That's inside of a web page, and the web page that I'm getting that from is this. Okay, so there's a time and date, and I want to get this thing out of the web page. And there's basically two steps to doing this. The first one is I want to get the actual HTML code for this page by downloading it. Let's say so if I inspect, then I can see what's there. So that 921 is actually in this part of the code. I could also save the whole page and look inside the file. Okay, so first I'm going to get this whole text, and then I'm going to look for this particular spot in the file. There's different ways to do this. One is the requests module. So I import the module. There's a method get. So if I do requests.get in a web page, then I get something back, this res. And there's different things that are inside of there, but one of them is the actual text. So if I printed this res.text, then I would get something like all of this. Actually, the browser here probably has done some formatting to make this look nice and indented, so it won't be exactly the same as this, but pretty close. That's the text. So once I have the text, then if the thing I'm looking for has something right before it that's kind of unique, so there's a span with ID, clock, hour, minute, and it just so happens that in this page, this time is the only place where this occurs. So I can take the whole string here and search for this. And wherever I find this, then the next stuff is the time. And that's what I do right here. So this is the string that I'm looking for. Okay, I have it in quotes. It's a string. Text is my whole web page. Text.find with est string. Either I'm going to find it or I don't. If I do find it, it's going to be the position in the string, the position in the text where this occurs, which will be, I don't know, a few hundred or something like that. Which character out of all of these, which position. So if I find it, then I'm going to say, so this would be .find gives me the start of that. I was looking for this. So the start of that is whatever position, but I really want to get to the time, so I'm just going to add the length of this thing I'm looking for. Okay, so the length of that string. Now this est start would be the start of my time. Finding the end of the time, I want to look for what is after the time. So I've got 9:24. If I'm at that 9, then I want to go until I see this less than /span. So I'm going to look for this to end the time, and I use the find again. So I'm going to look inside the text. I'm looking for that end string, but I'm starting with where my time start is. This is a position in the string where the time starts. Okay, so if I have the starting index where the time is, and I have the ending index where the time is, then inside my text string, I just pull out those particular ones. If there's a problem and I didn't load the page or I had a mistake here, Then when I try to find this, find returns -1 if you don't actually find the string. And then I just print problem getting time and the actual text. So if I had a mistake here, let's say I had that, and then probably that doesn't actually occur anywhere in the string. Okay, so that just printed the whole page. And then I could go and look inside of here to try and find where that time is to see what the problem was. And I would probably want to open this in an editor. Okay, so that's the basic idea. Depending on what web page you're looking at and what kind of data is in there, you can play the same kind of a trick.